it's like they look inside your soul. They're always laughing, they're always this.
Welcome to the Satori Lifestyle Satori Masters Podcast, the ultimate resource for ambitious, hardworking school owners that want to get their business and their life to the next level. My name is Dave Kovar. I'm a lifetime martial artist, business owner, speaker, and author. My goal is to empower listeners with the knowledge and the tools they need to break through barriers and really get their business and their life to the next level. Thanks for watching and enjoy. Welcome to Satori Lifestyle Satori Masters Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Kovar, and I'm super excited about my guest today. I have Professor Carlos Valente. He is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu legend. He's been around forever, and I've had the fortunate privilege of knowing him sir, we've known each other for almost 20 years.
20 years, David. How come you can forget? 20 years in a long journey. You know, it's, again, for me, it's such an honor to have you in my association, to have the Valente BJJ, but you be involved with so many top people like myself representing BJJ.
Yeah, well, it's been a great journey, and I remember meeting you at a Pedro Sauer seminar in like the mid '90s in Salt Lake City,
Yes.
and it just kind of hit it off really quick.
Yes.
And you've anyway, it's great to know you, and great to finally get you on the podcast. And what I wanted to do in this is that you have a lot of you've got a great, amazing story, your life, all kinds of amazing. But I think that it would be fun to kind of dabble into kind of early Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in America, and kind of where you've seen it evolved, and just where you see the industry going forward as well. So first off, kind of give me a little bit of the history of where you're from, when did you start training, all that kind of good stuff.
Okay, David, I started this journey 5 years old. My father was a diplomatic, and the Gracie Academy at the time was a very exclusive. There was not open for public. A lot of people don't know that. It was in downtown Rio de Janeiro, and was only political people, influential people. And to share something of the history, my father took me there as a 5 years old because we were very influential. Who opened Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to public was my first instructor, Hollis Gracie. Hollis Gracie was the most legendary, phenomenal in the Gracie family. Why? 50 years ago or more, Hollis Gracie, David, he was already having the mind that today, let's train judo, let's train wrestling, let's train everything. He was already a cross-country martial arts guy, and unfortunately he died very early at the time, and I was a brown belt at the time. And then my story, I come to be a student at Rickson Gracie, that I owned my black belt, and then eventually I owned the coral belt. Took me 31 years, but I owe all this to the beginning that you say at the history. Let's go back here in America. Let's go Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach. Was only two guys here. Horion got here in the early 70s. He was already studying university and stuff. And my friend George Guimarães, that is the manager for all the UFC guys that you can imagine. And I love to share this story because I tell every time I go to seminar and stuff. Horion Gracie was a guy, and in his garage, David, on the early 80s. Hey, Carlão, Gracie's just going to take the world. And I was like, oh, my God. I was like, oh, my God. Every corner in America, Krav Maga, Taekwondo, karate. The Koreans, they be here forever. But he, in his garage training, by the time, and then Rickson comes along, he has such a convinced that we will do well. And the idea was not to Horion. A lot of people got mixed up with Horion when he brought the UFC, was not to show that we were the best. No, if you want to learn something more complete as a martial artist, this 1992, Denver, Colorado, we launched the first UFC. I have a photo I will send to you later so you can share. Was the open doors for all of us, and the idea to Orion to show the world that every martial art it is effective. But if you come to a clinch or the takedown, that's what will happen. And people ask me that question for a long time. No, why not Rickson? Because Rickson, the chapter of the Grace family, always like had a before Hollis had a Carson Hollis, and then comes to be Rickson was the man at the time. But Horion and the Grandmaster Helio Gracie was a very tough guy. He wants to prove a point. Let's put the skinny guy.
Got it.
You know.
Because Hickson was already an established fighter at the time. And
Oh, he was already a monster. And
yeah,
then we will not be what happened, totally sensation. I have, let me just share with you in public funny stories. We're in a hotel. I'm walking around, all the martial arts people name. I'm not going to say the name. Coming to this guy that was going to fight. Hey, Professor Valente. Oh, he said, that's his Royce over there? I yeah, man, that's Royce. Royce comes out of the elevator with Royce and some run. Royce is very skinny. And he with a bunch of guys. That's Royce. This is the whole beauty of the thing because they expect Royce to be this gigantic guy. And was the most phenomenal thing that we did to educate people in so many ways and open the doors for all of us.
And you were actually you actually drove you were there. You were in the train, that first train at the first UFC, and you actually drove Royce to the venue, right?
Yeah, no, I was very lucky because the Master Helio, he really liked me because of my father way back. There have a lot of history because he was very serious guy, not jokes. Blah, 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 blah. And then we all in the back ready to go, and then he goes, Mario, put Carlo in the front. I was like, my heart almost got out of my mouth. I go, what? Yeah, you go in the front. I'm like, bah, poof, poof. How? Me? Going in front of the whole legacy of the Gracie family. Is the UFC #2. I have a video I will send you later. And that walk was the walk of the death. Mixed with so many things because the guys made a call. Okay, let's go. And I come walk in with the whole family behind. Was like I was very lucky, very honored to be such a unique moment, you know. But again, I always repeat that that's what I feel. We are besides Helio Gracie, Carlos Gracie, everybody else. We own what happens in America to our Orion Gracie. Orion was the guy with such a belief, and before the UFC, a lot of people already saw we used to go visit schools and to do a formal challenge. People would get very in a bad way. Didn't say no. Here we always walk in, present myself. My name is Orion Gracie. I'm from Brazil. This, and that. To show the art. That's the idea.
Right.
But to the point he made the UFC, we all owe the new. I always call the first UFC the change, not only the world, change everything, the perspective in America. And what you call this day MMA mixed martial arts. But again, Orion had a social belief that he would do well, and the rest is history. And from there, I was a guy from Rio de Janeiro. Like I say, grow up with so lucky to grow up with the whole legacy of the Grace from come to be black belt under Rickson Grace. And I went all the way. I was the first coach to teach in Abu Dhabi, the royal family.
Wow.
When no one even think about it. It was funny. My brother, just like you, my friend Nelson Monteiro, also a Corobel, Gracie Barra, one of the #1 Carlos Gracie Jr. guy. When I got invited was if you wanted me to share the story how I met the chair or whatever. Imagining for you to meet a president in the United States or any president is impossible. For you to meet what you call a sheikh is forget it.
Doesn't happen, right? You're not
Doesn't happen. Doesn't have. They have this funny thing. They have guy number one, number two, number three, number four. For you to get that is impossible. And when the whole story started at Hickson Gracie Academy, for LA, Santa Monica, and I was people from all over the place, whatever. Had all these Middle Eastern guys, wealthy guys, Mercedes, Rolls Royce, in Los Angeles, right? Who cares? Had a guy that I used to train there. He used to come. They never by yourself. I didn't know who it was. I was with three guys talking, and in Arabic, this, blah, 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 blah. Nice guy. One day he shows up in a Lamborghini Diablo, and his name was Diab. But I never told him who it was. Diablo, this. To make a short story, this guy one day he goes, Coach, I want you coming to my house. I, I used to have a beat up Jeep. I used to live in Manhattan Beach. He goes, I want you to come to my house. I say, what's your house? Bel Air. He gave me the address. This is one of the incredible stories that I have for you guys. I go there. He wants to have a private lesson in his place. I get there. Guess what? The gates, right? Gates. I park at the gate. Comes the 6 feet tall brotherhood with the suit. I say, I'm sorry, sir. Where are you going? I'm going to so and so's house. He goes, can you do me a favor? Can you park your car across the street?
Ha 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 ha. They didn't want to lower the image of the neighborhood or something.
I hold myself for me and I go, oh, okay, no more. Then he calling the phone, comes somebody. We're talking about 20 plus years, 26 years ago. Comes a guy in a golf car, picks me up. Anyway, I start teaching this guy private self-defense. He's always laughing. They were unique type of people, David. These people, they have all these big eyes. They always have a chain with the stones in the hand. And they look at you. Has this look. They look at you. It's like they look inside your soul. They're always laughing. They always this. Anyway, when this going and went on and on and on, and one day the phone doesn't ring no more. I used to go to his house twice a week, and my girlfriend, what happened? I said, I don't know. 1 month, 2 months go by. Laying down with my, I'm sitting on the mat with my Luis Heredia, 6-degree black belt, one of the top guys that Hickson made. This day he lives in Maui.
Okay.
He's on a table at the academy. I'm sitting over there. The phone playing. It's for you. I I I answer the phone. They always have this one that talks like American. He goes, Professor, you motherfucker. I said, who's this? This is that's his jihad. Oh, I said, what happened to you guys? Oh, Professor. Oh, I'm sorry, but we could not tell. The guy that you call him Diablo, his name is Sheikh Diab bin Zayed Anahan. I go, he's a prince from United. I said, yeah, prince from Bel Air, right? He goes, no. He goes, no, seriously, he loves you very much. He wants you to come. I was like, what? Yeah, he wants to come and do a visit. Anyway, that's what they started the story. I had no idea. I got an invitation. I talked to you. You never deal directly with the guy. And Nelson Monteiro met Sheikh Tahanun. Sheikh Tahanun bin Zayed is the only other family that is black belt. Used to be Nelson's student here in San Diego. And the same, invite him. He was already there. And I went to this. It was like a movie, phenomenal thing. First class ticket. Woo, many hours. We got there. I got off the first class. Has two guys outside. Just follow us. I didn't do no immigration, nothing. Get into cars, go. They take me to the Meridian Hotel, Abu Dhabi at the time. We were talking about at the time. Today, Abu Dhabi, Dubai was a very religious place. When
Got it.
I'm in the car, Dave, you're gonna like that. That I'm going to the hotel. He goes, Coach, has three things you cannot do here because you fighter, you foreigner. He goes, what is you cannot get in the fight. Second, you cannot take photo for the any woman, religion. You cannot have any encounter with the woman sexually or anything else. And he goes, because not even Sheikh can help you. His father's law. Father's was me and Nelson. We had the pleasure to meet before he died. Zayed, the father of all the sons. It's like 21 sons, different mothers, of course. But it's like if you and I were from the same mother, we do business together. And they had a very restrict kind of the way the things rose and stuff. And and I'm in the hotel. That's when I got a ring. It was for some house. Nelson found out that was there, and this is the beginning of the whole Abu Dhabi that is
Wow.
today was because me and Nelson Monteiro we were the only guys that teach. For you
You
meet
were
these guys these days, it's impossible before anything, and then uh, 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 we used to go to the places and train with him. They call a funny story here. The Villa, the after 3 days they come pick me up. Oh, we're gonna go to Sheikh's Villa today. Villa in Brazil, in Portugal, Minister, is a little street, a little houses. Right there. I'm in a car with then Villa. Oh, that's the Sheikh's house. A block.
a block.
Bronca house with the wide walls, gigantic thing. They say, how many people live in the holy share? How many people? 200 people. Every share has his own crew, his own people, his own thing. They don't mix to each other, do different business. And one day we'll do a movie out of this. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, that's my
So,
story there.
so Professor, so you were one of the first people to go to Abu Dhabi, and you came back. You had it. You're kind of, I guess, it's very easy to call you like that godfather of jujitsu, especially like in the San Diego region. You know everybody and everything, and you've been around for so long.
No, it's such a, honor, my personality, to be the funny guy and ladies and gentlemen, this, and that. I opened the first school in San Diego after I come back from Abu Dhabi, was myself. I opened the first school here in 89, 90, where I live to this day in Pacific Beach. So for more than 10 years, almost 15 or so, it was only three guys in San Diego. Myself, Nelson Monteiro, Gracie Barra. He always living in Cinitas. I live in Pacific Beach. And my also student at Hickson, childhood friend, Fabio Santos. He was more inside. And for many years, it was only all of us. To make a short story, today in San Diego has about 300 schools.
300 jiu-jitsu schools. It's crazy.
MMAs in school, any phone. I never taught San Sidro, the border. San Sidro to Temacula, you put three letters, BJJ has schools everywhere. I produce 14 black belts here in Pacific Beach, Cass Street, that a school today belongs to one of my best buddies that we every day joining for the last almost 20 year workout, a phenomenal guy, Rodrigo Medeiros, Carson guys, one of the top guys. And follow up what I was saying, I had in that school, I was the guy that godfather and still like I call them my sons, named such André Galvão, Teles, 99, Tererê. Way back when I opened the school here, I went to São Paulo I met Teles here because he was going for school
Okay.
when he was 16 years old. I give the
Wow.
purple belt to Teles when he was 16, 17. He goes back to Brazil, and then he merges with Fernando Tereré. One of the most phenomenal jiu-jitsu legacy. Fernando Tereré, to make what you see today, the 50-50, the 30-30, oh, the sweep, whatever. Tereré used to do this way back in his own natural way.
I had the privilege of doing a seminar with him, probably in the early 2000s. He was doing a tour, and he was
Yeah,
amazing.
amazing guy. And uh, Teles and Tereré formed the school named TT. I was the head man of TT. And TT comes, and then Tereré was the guy that one day called me here. Hey, Carlão, I have these kids, blue belt is a phenomenal. He's from a little small town, Ubatuba, this, and that. Uh, 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 I wanted to bring the man. He's very good. This, and then this little guy was his name André Galvão.
Wow.
And for over 15 years to these days, that's what martial art does. That's what jiu-jitsu does. Like you have it. We as a coach, okay, guys, let's line up. Picks a place guy, a doctor, a cop, a lawyer, whatever. I had the luckiness to meet a guy named Mark Bruton. He's a student of mine, black belt this day, that to this day even help him for many years financially. He was one of the biggest commercial real estate guy in California. He was the guy that made it possible for myself to bring for many years Teles, Tereré, and André, and many others. I've been for seminars, competition. André was with me all the way to his black belt. That's when you see many of the photos him with my logo eagle in his leg, and we had this conjunction and stuff. And this, I'm so uh, honored to be a part of all of them. We're still in touch and everything. It's like I don't know, in tournaments, whatever in Los Angeles, a guy walks by. Oh, that's Professor Valente's son. Me in the sense and tell
Uh,
when it comes a black. Oh, that's it.
you were also
And
you were also involved in Vitor Belfort's training at some point too, weren't you?
yes, I had a relationship with Vitor's mom when he was a long time ago. We met, and then he was in the beginning. The guy that bra, besides Carson was in love with Vitor. Vitor, was very close friends. Rodrigo Medeiros here, I think when he was a purple belt and stuff. And then when he was a purple belt, he come and visit here many times. He come and visit me in Hawaii. And I, with the school already here with the guys, I help him out whatever I can to this. But Vitor was a premeditated to be what he was. He was natural. Vitor was 17 years old, purple belt. He would train with everybody uh, and was way beyond his confidence and everything else. He made his own self with his own confidence and stuff. But like André, you know, by I used to make, I used to do the visits with me, Tereré, André, when André was like a purple brown belt and visit schools in all over Los Angeles, the Machados, everything else. Was like, oh, who's this guy? This guy's not purple belt. No, this guy. I said, yes, it is. And has I would like to announce, I don't know how long it's going to take, but a book will come up with my whole story. Has a friend, Mateus, is a black belt as well. Mateus Costa. He owns the Vulcan Ghee. Him and
So
some
he's
other
gonna
friend.
they're
Yeah,
gonna do a book on your life and all your stories.
yeah.
That's totally cool.
They made it. They want to put the name the Diplomat. The Diplomat because exactly my relationship that I have a relationship to everyone, you know, even if Took a while in America because it was like, if you from this team, Carson, go to the school at the Gracie Barra or Gracie Maitá. Da, da, da. That's because I have in my shirt, I have I have a BJJ lifestyle. These days, everybody trains with everybody.
Yeah, it's great.
Everybody for the last 8, 10 years, this went to the point that it's a lifestyle. Today, BJJ was like a way back in your times, David and karate, that everyone is friendly, whatever. So we were so lucky to get to the point that jiu-jitsu these days is like therapy time. Who trains before, way back, who trains jiu-jitsu? Cauliflower guy, tattoo, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't have one tattoo in myself because my father would kill me. My father was the old school diplomatic guy, kiss the hand, let's pray.
I know now because I remember like if I did it, my wife would kill me. It's like I
No,
used to.
back in the day, it was like, especially in Brazil, tattoo is like a gangster, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then even these days, give us the truth. The biggest classes these days, another, I cannot forget one of the top of my son that you met. You went there. I'm with him almost every day of the week. His name is Johnny Faria.
Great guy, man. Great
Johnny
guy.
Faria.
Yes.
Johnny Faria, David, 5-degree black belt, one of the most phenomenal coach in BJJ. Produced so many guys like Peter Frank, many other guys. The biggest school in San Diego these days is Andre Atos and Johnny. And then was one thing that to share. One of the biggest class this day. You know what time it is, David? People go train jiu-jitsu.
I have no idea.
6 in the morning.
Wow. That's
It
crazy.
is the biggest class in the whole California. I mean, especially in San Diego. I never thought we were going up a 5 and go 6 classes back. And then the biggest one that when I opened my school, we used to open the school 3 o'clock in the afternoon, kids class, and then go on. Today's noon class. It's packed, 20, 30 people. They come and they train. Look how jiu-jitsu got to the level. And they go back to work. And who trains today is not the toughest guys, it's the regular guy. Yep. The guy from the bank, the doctor, the nurse. And I have a surprise for if you're a jiu-jitsu practitioner, back in the day, woman don't train jiu-jitsu.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Period. Especially in the Igreja Cara. No. Woman is a wife. They have kids, girlfriend. Ladies and gentlemen, today the toughest in the mat is the ladies. You can go in any school in San Diego here if you consider yourself high level, brown belt, black belt. Watch out when you get purple belt or blue belt. Lady, they are the toughest. They have ladies class, and me, when I see, sometimes I catch myself here in my office review what I'm gonna do in the day in the class or whatever. How unbelievable got to the point. Who trains jiu-jitsu today is the regular people.
Yeah.
Who trains you? And you know what is jiu-jitsu definition? That's because every time I go to your seminars, and thank you so much for all these years you provide. And it's like, gentlemen, this is the hostel. It is they come for therapy. People today come train for therapy.
Sure, it's the best. It's a great release from all the. You go and you get away from everything. You get a great workout. Absolutely. It's really interesting from my perspective, just to kind of see, because
no, Dave. Let me share that with you. Over the years, going to see your methods of teaching, I learned so much. I never told you that. But I learned so much. Well, the methods of teaching, the way the handles the class, and I apply over the years to all my guys. It's like these days you go to any class, any school, any little guy here, no name guy, not famous in San Diego, has easy 100, 200 students. Easy.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, it's really been interesting to see. I remember telling some of my friends, because I started in '94, right? And
Yeah.
I remember telling some of my friends at events, "Hey, jiu-jitsu's coming," and they would kind of go, "Oh yeah, yeah, sure." But now, half the schools that open up in the country are Brazilian jiu-jitsu schools now. Half the
Yeah.
martial arts schools in the
Yeah.
country. It's
We cannot
amazing.
forget where you come from, David. And I cannot forget to mention him, my brother, Pedro Sauer. David,
Yes,
Pedro
sir.
has about 150 schools.
Pedro
Pedro
Sauer is
Sauer, to
amazing.
these days, we call him the technician, right? Little guy, small guy, amazing magician, technician guy, amazing coach.
And one of the nicest, sincerely nicest men you will ever meet.
Oh
Sincerely.
my God,
Yes.
David. To this, I remember when Pedro started for Utah, and then he has the schools anywhere in America. In America, by the way, he just had the annual getting together. Amazing guy. He made it over 100 American, Brazilian black belts everywhere. A phenomenal, like yourself, a phenomenal human being. They have the the way to preach that thing is amazing. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, Professor, I'm gonna perhaps I can have you on the show again another time, man. It's been great, hearing your story.
thank you, David. Thank you, everyone. And
Eh,
I hope I'll see you guys soon in Sacramento. And then anything you need, just go to Valente BJJ. Thank you,
Valente
David.
BJJ. And if you guys want to know anything about like for seminars, Professor Valente comes
Thank
up
you. I
every
appreciate it.
year. And go to Valente BJJ if you want ever to meet Professor Valente or have him out for a seminar. Thank you, sir.
Thank
We'll
you,
talk
David.
soon. Take care. Thank you for tuning in today to our podcast. I hope you found it valuable and inspirational. To stay connected, please subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you go for your podcasts. If you enjoyed today's show, please give us a 5-star review. And we really sincerely would appreciate some feedback. Your feedback helps us to create high-quality content that will help others in the future. If you'd like to follow me, you can go to Dave Kovar on Facebook or Hanchi Dave Kovar on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on next episode.